Good morning, children. Hi, how are you? I hope you are all fine. Don't go outside. Follow COVID precautions. In this pandemic situation, our Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan, Samar Shiksha, have a great opportunity to you for conducting online classes. So utilize this opportunity and learn very well through online classes. First of all, I want to introduce myself. I am Lakshmi Prasanna, working as English Singarati in KZBB Bollapalli. Previous section we discussed about 8th class English lesson first unit, the family. In that unit, we have three readings. One is reading A, the tattered blankets, and reading B, my mother, and reading C, a letter to a friend. A letter to a friend. In my previous section, I was explaining the lesson a letter to a friend. I hope you are all understand the lesson. In this section, I want to explain vocabulary and glossary in the first unit, the tattered blanket. First of all, I was asked in previous section two questions. Children, do you remember that questions? First question: what common English verb becomes its own past tense by rearranging its letters? I repeat once again. Children, listen carefully. What common English verb becomes its own past tense by rearranging its letters? Answer is it. When we exchange the letters it, the past tense is ate. So, next question. One alphabet occurs once in a minute, and twice in a moment, but never in an hour. The answer is M. Once in a minute, M-I-N-U-T-E. M is there in one time. And moment, M-O-M-E-N-T. M comes two times in the moment. So answer is M. So first of all, I want to tell about the glossary. In the lesson, a letter to a tattered blanket. In the lesson, the tattered blanket. Tinna. Tinna is a noun that means sit out. అంటే బయట కూర్చోవడం. Elevated on the veranda. Elevated and sit on the veranda. Futile. It is an adjective. It means unsuccessful. And next, huddled. Huddled is an verb. It means held arms and legs close because of fear or cold. అంటే భయం వల్ల కానీ చలి వల్ల కానీ చేతులు కాళ్ళు ముడుచుకొని కూర్చోవడం. Reluctantly is an adverb that means not willing to do something. అంటే చేయడానికి ఇష్టం లేకపోయినటువంటి. అంటే I repeat once again, most important word, reluctantly. It is an adverb, not willing to do something. Screwing up eyes, it is a verb that means narrowing the eyes to look more carefully. Narrowing the eyes to look more carefully. అంటే జాగ్రత్తగా ఇట్లా దగ్గరగా చూడటం. And next, dropped is a verb. It means came or visited. అంటే రావటం కానీ. And first lesson Gopi arrived unexpectedly in his village. That is dropped, came or visited. Avowedly, it is an adverb. It means uncomfortably. Wrinkled is an adjective having folds in skin on face. Our grandmothers and grandfathers have wrinkled faces. So ontoys is an ball అంటే ఒక బాల్ లాగా. ఇరిటేషన్ is a noun. It means annoyance or impatience or anger. ఏదైనా కూడా రావచ్చు. Now I am going to explain the vocabulary. Okay children, fill in the blanks with the most appropriate words from in the box. Remember, the box have some extra words. Remember, the box have some extra words. First, all my attempts to make him happy proved dash. Irritation, huddled, avowedly, futile, occasion, reluctantly, exasperatedly, mumbling. I repeat once again. All my attempts to make him happy proved dash. ఏదొస్తుంది children? Irritation, huddled, avowedly, futile. Futile means unsuccessful. Futile. Futile means unsuccessful. Futile means unsuccessful. And all my attempts to make him happy proved futile. So it was very cold. So I dashed in a corner. I dashed in a corner. It was very cold. So I dashed in a corner. So I dashed in a corner. I dashed in a corner. Huddled. Huddled means sit, to close arms and legs, to close because of fear or cold. అంటే చలి వల్ల కానీ భయం వల్ల కానీ ముడుచుకొని కూర్చోవడం. It was very cold, so I dashed in a corner. Next, forced by her parents, Sita dash took the diploma course. Exasperatedly అంటే వెరీ annoyed. ఇష్టం లేకపోయినప్పటికీ వాళ్ళ పేరెంట్స్ చెప్పారని ఏం తీసుకుందంట? డిప్లొమా కోర్స్. Exasperatedly. Next, what are you dash I cannot hear. What are you ఏం మాట్లాడుతున్నావు నాకు అసలు ఏమీ వినపడటం లేదు. Mumbling means speaking unclearly. The news that he was denied promotion caused dash to him irritation. Caused dash to him irritation. Caused dash to him irritation. Irritation means impatience or anger or annoyance. So I repeat once again children. Repeat once again. All my attempts to make him happy proved futile. Futile అంటే తనని హ్యాపీగా ఉంచడానికి నేను చేసిన ప్రయత్నాలన్నీ అన్సక్సెస్ఫుల్ అయ్యాయి. It was very cold, so I huddled my in a corner. Huddled అంటే close together. See, held arms and legs close together because of fear or cold. Forced by her parents, Sita dash took the diploma course. Exasperated అంటే very annoyed. And next, what are you dash I cannot hear you. ఏం మాట్లాడుతున్నావు నాకు సరిగా వినపడటం లేదు. Unclearly, mumbling, unclearly. The news that he was denied promotion caused irritation to him. Very annoyance, irritation. అంటే తనకి చాలా ఇరిటేషన్ గా అనిపించింది అంటే తన ప్రమోషన్ డినైడ్ అయింది. Tick the words that are similar in meaning to the underlined words. Children, listen carefully. Tick the words that are similar in meaning to the underlined word. అండర్లైన్ చేసినటువంటి వర్డ్స్ కి కింద ఇచ్చిన ఆప్షన్స్ లో ఏదైతే కరెక్ట్ మీనింగ్ ఉంటుందో దాన్ని మనం టిక్ చేయాలి. ఓకేనా? సో ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్, హిస్ మదర్ మేడ్ ఏ futile attempt to get up. I repeat once again. I repeat the question. Children, listen carefully. His mother made a futile attempt to get up. Here his mother made a futile attempt to get up. Here the options are barren, limited, useless, empty. Here the underlined word is futile. Children, Follow the class. Listen carefully. Here the underlined part is futile. We already learned the futile meaning in this section of glossary. So futile means useless. Futile means useless. So option C, useless is the correct answer for that futile, for that underlined word. I repeat, his mother made a futile attempt to get up. His mother made a futile attempt to get up. That means futile means useless. Futile means useless. Next question. It's all chattered now. It's all chattered now. Now in this question, chattered is underlined. What word was underlined? Chattered is underlined. We already know because the lesson name is the tattered blanket. The lesson name is the tattered blanket. We already know the meaning of tattered. Children, which one is the correct answer for tattered? Spoiled or old or dirty or torn? Which one is the correct answer for tattered? Tattered meaning is torn. Torn means chinigipotam. So option D is the correct answer for that question. For that underlined word. I repeat once again, children, listen carefully. It is all chattered now. What is the options here given here? Spoiled, old, dirty, torn. We already know the meaning of tattered because the lesson name is also the tattered blanket. So tattered means torn. So option D is the correct answer for this underlined word. Next question. Children, listen carefully. Very most important in our examination pattern also. There is a cold mist in the morning. I repeat once again. There is a cold mist in the morning. I repeat once again. There is a cold mist in the morning. What is the underlined word is here? Mist. What is the underlined word is here? Mist. What is the meaning of the mist? Ice or snow or fog or wind. So we already know the meaning of mist because in the tattered blanket, Gopi's mother she asked his son to send him a red blanket. He was sit on the mist. He fell ill. He fell cold. That's why she asked to his son to send him a red blanket. We already know the meaning of mist. That is fog. Option C is the correct answer to this underlined word. What is the underlined word? Mist. What is the meaning of this word? Fog. So, it's next question. It's just like a ball of knotted ant. It's just like a ball of knotted ant. It's just like a ball of knotted ant. Children, do you remember this line? This line came in the lesson tattered blanket. The red blanket was tattered now and it comes into a ball of knotted ant. His mother told him. గుర్తుందా మీకు చిల్డ్రన్స్ వాళ్ళ మదర్ గోపీస్ మదర్ చెప్తుందన్నమాట. తను నాకు తెచ్చిన రెడ్ బ్లాంకెట్, తను చదువుకునేటప్పుడు తెచ్చినటువంటి రెడ్ బ్లాంకెట్ ఇప్పుడు అంతా ఉండలాగా అయిపోయింది. దారాలు ఉండలాగా మొత్తం చుట్టి అయిపోయింది. అంటే ఏమైపోయింది? మొత్తం చిరిగిపోయింది. సో ఇట్ జస్ట్ లైక్ ఏ బాల్ ఆఫ్ knotted ant. Here the underlined word is knotted. Here the underlined word is knotted. So the meaning is very small or rounded tightly or joined or tied. Which one is correct for these underlined word? Rounded tightly. Option B is correct. Rounded tightly. I repeat once again, children. It's just like a ball of knotted ant. That means rounded tightly. Rounded tightly is correct answer for the underlined word. Next, fifth one. I cannot make both ends meet salary. I cannot make both ends meet with my salary. Children, మీకు ఈ లైన్ గుర్తొచ్చిందో గోపి వాళ్ళ సిస్టర్ తో అంటారు తన ప్రాపర్టీని అమ్ముకోవడానికి వచ్చినప్పుడు ఏమని అంటాడు నాకు వచ్చే సాలరీ తోటి నేను నా ఫ్యామిలీని మేనేజ్ చేయలేకపోతున్నాను సో ఐ వాంట్ టు సెల్ మై ప్రాపర్టీ అని చెప్పాడు కదా గుర్తుందా ఈ లైన్ సో ఐ కెనాట్ మేక్ బోత్ ఎండ్స్ మీట్ విత్ మై సాలరీ వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఆప్షన్స్ హియర్ earn lot of money b spend a lot of money earn just enough money and give all that one as so which one is correct for this make both ends meet earn just enough money earn just enough money so తనకి సరిపోయినంత మాత్రమే సంపాదించగలుగుతున్నాడు so I repeat once again children I cannot make both ends meet with my salary that underline part is make both ends meet that means earn just enough money earn just enough money so next we were discussed about we were going to discuss about grammar in the first unit grammar topic I am going to explain first unit grammar topic that is phrases and noun phrase in opposition so first of all we know what is noun and what is phrase so we already know what is noun noun is a naming word it tells name of a person place or thing so children we already know what is noun in your early classes 6th class and 7th class and 8th class you are all learned about what is noun noun is a naming word it tells about name of a person or thing examples person name Prasanna, Rama, Raja and places names Ballapalli, Guntur and things pen, chair. You already know about noun. So noun is a naming word. It tells about name of a person, place or thing person place or a thing next I am going to explain about phrase children do you know what is phrase so phrase is a word phrase is a group of words which does not make complete sense it gives some sense so phrase is a group of words which does not make complete sense but it gives some sense అంటే ఒక గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ వర్డ్స్ కొంత అర్థాన్ని అయితే ఇస్తాయి కానీ మొత్తం అర్థాన్ని ఇవ్వలేవు వాటిని ఏమంటారు ఫ్రేజెస్ అంటారు ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ నౌ ఐ యామ్ గోయింగ్ టు గివ్ an examples for you understand so in the east second example at the bus stop third one on his success phrase is a group of words which does not make complete sense it gives some sense here in the was waiting at the bus stop. Raju was waiting at the bus stop. I congratulated Madhu on her success. I congratulated Madhu on her success. Here, the sun rises in the east. In the east is the phrase. When we add the sun is subject, rises is verb. When we add subject and verb, it gives complete sense. When we add subject and verb to the phrase, it gives complete sense. The sun rises in the east. In the east is the phrase. When we add subject and verb, it gives complete sense. Raju was waiting at the bus stop. At the bus stop is phrase. You know, a phrase is a group of words which does not make complete sense. So when we add subject and verb to the phrase, it gives complete sense. When we add subject and verb to the phrase, it gives complete sense. At the bus stop is phrase. When we add Raju was waiting at the bus stop. అంటే రాజు బస్ స్టాప్ లో వెయిట్ చేస్తూ ఉన్నాడు. That gives complete sense. That gives complete sense. పూర్తి అర్థాన్ని ఇస్తుంది. So when we add to subject and verb to the phrase, it gives complete sense. And another example. I congratulated Madhu on her success. I congratulated Madhu on her success. On her success is a phrase. Do you know, children? On her success is a phrase. Phrase is a group of words which does not give complete sense. It gives some sense. When we add subject and verb to the phrase, it gives complete sense. I congratulated Madhu on her success. I congratulated Madhu on her success. So we know the phrase definition and noun definition. Now we are going to discuss about noun phrase. Now we are going to discuss about noun phrase. Children, observe this sentence. She saw a bald, fat, middle-aged man. I repeat once again. She saw a bald, fat, middle-aged man. Here, this is a sentence. In this sentence, a bald, fat, middle-aged man is underlined. A bald, fat, middle-aged man is underlined. This is the phrase. What is the underlined word we called? This is a phrase. మనం ఈ అండర్లైన్ చేసిన పదాన్ని వర్డ్ ఏమంటాము? ఫ్రేజ్ అంటాం. ఫ్రేజ్, you know the meaning of phrase. A group of words that gives some sense but does not give complete sense. A bald, fat, middle-aged man. Here the underlined word is underlined part is a bald, fat, middle-aged man. This is called phrase. What is the most important Bold is an adjective. And fact is also adjective. And middle-aged is also adjective. Man is noun. Man is noun. So see here the children, how many adjectives are there in this sentence? 1, 2, 3. 3 adjectives are there in the sentence. So how here more than one adjective comes? How we can give preference to the adjective? How we can give preference to the adjective? More than one adjectives ఉంటే దేనికి ప్రిఫరెన్స్ ఇవ్వాలో ఆర్డర్ లో చెప్తాను చిల్డ్రన్స్. రిమెంబర్, ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ we want to give preference to the determiners. Determiners. In the determiners, first of all, articles. Articles we all know. What are the articles? A and the. And demonstrative adjective. This, that, those, these. And possessive adjective. My, his, him. And quantitative adjective. Few, little, some, couple. So these are quantitative adjectives. And numerical adjectives. Numerical adjectives are nothing but a numbers. Numerical adjectives. 1, 2, 3. So more than one adjectives కనుక noun phrase లో ఉన్నట్టయితే first of all we want to give first preference to the determiners. In the determiners we have articles, demonstrative adjectives, possessive adjectives and quantitative adjectives and numerical adjectives. So more than one adjective కనుక ఉన్నట్లయితే మనం దేనికి ఫస్ట్ ప్రిఫరెన్స్ ఇవ్వాలి అనేది ఫస్ట్ వేట్ ఇవ్వాలి. డిటర్మైనర్స్. డిటర్మైనర్స్ లో ఆర్టికల్స్, పొసెసివ్ అడ్జెక్టివ్స్, న్యూమరికల్ అడ్జెక్టివ్స్, క్వాంటిటేటివ్ అడ్జెక్టివ్స్ వాటికి ఫస్ట్ ప్రిఫరెన్స్ ఇవ్వాలి. ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ సెకండ్ వన్ ఈజ్ ఒపీనియన్. సెకండ్ ప్రిఫరెన్స్ దేనికి ఇవ్వాలి? ఒపీనియన్ కి ఇవ్వాలి. ఒపీనియన్ అంటే బ్యూటిఫుల్, లవ్లీ, గుడ్, బ్యాడ్, డిలిషియస్, ఎక్స్పెన్సివ్, దీస్ ఆర్ ఒపీనియన్స్. అండ్ థర్డ్ వన్ ఈజ్ సైజ్. థర్డ్ ప్రిఫరెన్స్ దేనికి ఇవ్వాలి? సైజ్ కి ఇవ్వాలి. థర్డ్ ప్రిఫరెన్స్ దేనికి ఇవ్వాలి? సైజ్. Size means large, small, huge, little, long, short, whatever. So fourth preference దేనికి ఇవ్వాలి? ఏజ్. ఏజ్ అంటే యంగ్, ఓల్డ్, న్యూ, యాన్సియెంట్, మోడర్న్ అంటే పాతకాలం, కొత్తకాలం, యంగ్, ఓల్డ్, న్యూ. ఫిఫ్త్ వన్ షేప్. ఫిఫ్త్ వన్ దేనికి ఇవ్వాలి? దేనికి ప్రిఫరెన్స్ ఇవ్వాలి? షేప్ కి ప్రిఫరెన్స్ ఇవ్వాలి. సో ఈ ప్రిఫరెన్స్, ఈ ఆర్డర్ ఆఫ్ ప్రిఫరెన్స్ కనుక మీరు గుర్తుపెట్టుకున్నట్లయితే మనం నెక్స్ట్ ఫిల్ ఇన్ ద బ్లాంక్స్ లో ఫిల్ చేసేటువంటి వాటిల్లో ఈ ఆర్డర్ ఆఫ్ ప్రిఫరెన్స్ మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ చిల్డ్రన్స్. సో లిసన్ కేర్ఫుల్లీ. మోర్ దాన్ వన్ యాడ్జెక్టివ్ కనుక ఉన్నట్లయితే, దేనికి ఫస్ట్ ప్రిఫరెన్స్ ఇవ్వాలి అనేది మనం ఆర్డర్లో చెప్పుకుంటున్నాము. ఫస్ట్ ఏంటి? డిటర్మైనర్స్, సెకండ్ వన్ ఈజ్ ఒపీనియన్, అండ్ థర్డ్ వన్ ఈజ్ సైజ్, ఫోర్త్ వన్ ఈజ్ ఏజ్, అండ్ ఫిఫ్త్ వన్ ఈజ్ షేప్. షేప్ మీన్స్ రౌండ్, స్క్వేర్, triangle, whatever the shape that given in the options. And sixth one is color. We have so many colors: red, black, pink. This sixth preference gives to the color. And seventh is origin. Origin means Indian or American, African, Australian. And eighth one is material. Which preference gives in eighth preference is material. Material means gold, silver, copper, whatever. So ninth one is purpose. Purpose means writing, rolling. Here the purpose అంటే verb కి ఇంగ్ ఫామ్ వచ్చేటువంటివన్నీ కూడా మనం purpose లో యూస్ చేసుకోవాలి. So children, we already know about noun phrase. A man is a noun. It gives a phrase. It gives more information about the noun. It is called noun phrase. Complete the sentence with noun phrase using the words given in the brackets. Complete the words with noun phrase using the words given in a bracket. So children, look at the board. I got a dash. So we give beautiful, a umbrella, red. We already discussed the order of preference to the adjectives. Here beautiful is opinion, baby elephants. A couple of baby elephants. It gives extra information about the noun. This is called noun phrase. A couple of baby elephants. And third one is, children, listen carefully. This is the most important topic in your examination pattern also. It gives marks to you. So listen carefully. So third one is, our grandmother lives in dash big house a stone build. Big house a stone build. We give first preference to the determiners. In the determiners we give articles. First we write a. After that we observe size, noun, material. Which one is in after the order of preference? We give size. We give third preference. We give next preference to the size. What is the size? A big. After we give preference to the material. Material. Here stone build is a material. A big stone build house. Last we write noun. House. It is house is a noun. It gives extra information about the noun. This is called noun phrase. Here phrase, a big stone built house. A house is a noun. This phrase gives extra information to the noun. This is called noun phrase. A big stone built house. Children, listen carefully. This is most important to you. Last one. Last blank. Ramya has dash nice a saree silk. Listen carefully. Ramya has dash nice a saree silk. So we give first preference to the determiners. Determiners. In the determiners we have articles, demonstrative adjectives, possessive adjectives, quantitative adjectives, numerical adjectives. In this blank, in this bracket we find we find article. What is that article? First we want to write a. That article is a. First we want to write a. After that, which one we give most preference? We give preference to the opinion. We give preference to the opinion. Here nice is opinion. Then we give next preference to the opinion. So after article we write nice. A nice. After that we give preference to the in this blanks we give preference to the material. We give preference to the material. What is the material name? Silk. In last we write noun. Saree. Ramya has a nice silk saree. Ramya has a nice silk saree. Here saree is a noun. It gives extra information. This phrase gives extra information to the noun. This is called noun phrase. Children, are you understand this noun phrase? So I will give one time explanation about noun phrase. Noun, we already know what is noun. Noun is the name of a person, place, thing, and phrase. Phrase is a group of words that gives some sense but does not give complete sense. So here noun phrase. Here observe this phrase. A beautiful red umbrella. Here umbrella is noun. Here umbrella is noun. It gives a beautiful red umbrella. అంటే umbrella అనేది గొడుగు. ఆ గొడుగు గురించి ఎక్స్ట్రా ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, సమ్ మోర్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి దాన్ని ఏమంటాము? ఆ ఫ్రేజ్ ని మనం నౌన్ ఫ్రేజ్ అంటాము. చిల్డ్రన్స్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, నౌన్ ఫ్రేజ్ is most important to you. So children, we already know about the noun phrase. What is the noun phrase, and we know noun phrase definition and examples. We also hear in this video. So I will give an assignment to you. Identify some more noun phrases from the story The Tattered Blanket. The lesson name is The Tattered Blanket, and write them. I repeat once again, write down in your notebooks. Children, write down in your notebooks. Identify some more noun phrases from the story The Tattered Blanket, and write them in your notebook. Children, I repeat once again the today's assignment. So identify some noun phrases from the story, The Hatted Blanket, and write them. Children, I will give some more questions to you. Write the verb forms that was given in the board. Write down in your notebooks. I will give a present tense, and you write to the form that verbs, past tense and past participle form of the given verbs. You write past tense and past participle form of the given verbs. First verb is ring, and second one is run, and third one is read, and fourth one is ride. Children, remember